I like this already.
I know if I'm doing this.
I can't do it. Look at that. Good afternoon and welcome back to another week of bakes. This past weekend I watched a show that has also been on my to-watch list for a very long time, and that was Howl's Moving Castle. I've honestly realized that the only Ghibli movie that I had seen prior to watching Kiki's Delivery Service last month was Spirited Away. I'm one of those kids who saw it on Cartoon Network in the 2000s, so it's interesting to like watch the Ghibli movies and see them one by one, and this time was Howl's Moving Castle. It was very lovely. There were parts that I didn't understand entirely as I was watching it, but I was still crying. And by the end of it, it just feels like your heart is swelling. It's such a feel-good story to conclude. There are a lot of themes of found family, coming into yourself, learning to love yourself and care for those around you, and it was a really sweet story that I also enjoyed. I had been requested to do the foods from this movie, but this movie seems to be less food-based than Kiki's Delivery Service, for example. So the most iconic food scene that sticks out to me in Howl's Moving Castle is the breakfast scene. We have Markle, who is the little boy in the movie, and we also have Sophie, the main protagonist, making breakfast with the forced help of Calcifer at the stove and having fried eggs and thick cut bacon. There's also bread and cheese, which is what Markle usually has when Howl's not at the castle, because Calcifer will not listen to him, but Sophie got it. Sophie forced him to make this breakfast. So that is what we're focusing on today. Eggs, the bacon, the bread. We're gonna finally make bread from scratch again. And the cheese. Gonna get some cheese as well. There are some ingredients that I don't have yet, so I think it would be fun to go on a little adventure, grab those couple of ingredients. But before we do that, I want to get started on what we do have, because we will have some things sitting in the refrigerator and rising in the oven. Like, there's a lot of prep that is going into today, but it's exciting. And it's all gonna be tasty, very comfort food-based meal today. I already have some ingredients set out here, but this is for a recipe that is only mentioned briefly in the movie, but isn't featured as like an actual food that the characters eat. But I couldn't let the chance go when my ears perked up and I heard Sophie's sister Letty be told by one of the store clerks that the Madeleines were ready. The Madeleines were ready? Oh, the Madeleines were ready. Okay, we're making Madeleines. I'm so excited. I just wanted to make something sweet to go with all of the savory today. In the past few times that I've done Madeleines, I've used the Kitchen Princess recipe because it was just easy access. It's pretty good, but I do want to try and go back a little bit and make the Madeleine recipe from the You Made Au Patissier video that I did last year. I really liked the way they tasted, even though they burnt terribly. So I really want to like rectify that and have those Madeleines as they're meant to be without burning them. So yeah, let's get started because I have to let this batter sit for a few hours. So for these Madeleines, we're going to first start with 2 room temperature eggs. So in the movie, when Howl is making the egg breakfast, he is cracking those eggs with one hand, and I've tried to do that. I'm not very good at it, but maybe we'll try and accomplish that a bit later. Not right now. I also think it would behoove me to wear my apron. Okay, and then this is 80 grams of sugar that we're mixing into the eggs. Okay, just like that. They don't need to be aerated, so we don't have to go crazy. And then about 7.5 grams of baking powder and 125 grams of flour. It was interesting watching Howl's Moving Castle because before I watched it, I had like Googled pictures of it and I saw pictures of the old woman, Sophie, but I also saw pictures of her when she was younger. So I was like, oh, so is this like she met someone when she was young and then like years later and he hasn't aged and she's aged, but it's the love of her life. I was totally off. Like that is not how the story goes, but it's actually kind of interesting that you get that kind of impression from the pictures or the movie posters and whatnot, but it's a totally different story, like way different than I could have ever imagined. I think it was lovely. Okay, that's what we got out of here. Last time when I made this recipe, I had to sit the batter overnight because letting that dough rest allows it to create that Madeleine hump that is a trademark of this dessert, this tea cake. But I don't want to. I mean, it's not that I don't want to, but I want to complete this today. So I'm going to let it sit, but it's gonna be more like 2 or 3 hours rather than overnight, which I'm sure it won't make like the largest hump, but it's at least waiting a little bit longer than the Kitchen Princess recipe. Ooh, prep number 1, done. Next on the prep list is the bread, and I'm gonna be using bread flour for it this time, which I don't think I've done before. This is also my first time doing this kind of simple bread recipe. I'm actually gonna be following this creator, Perfecto Pat, and he did a recipe that was just like, bread is very easy to make. It's not that serious. And I think a lot of people have seen it. It went pretty viral. I think that is perfect for me for this bread excursion. I love sourdough bread and eventually I want to do that, but that is not what we're doing today. I'm pretty sure it takes like multiple days anyway. And we're gonna use this bowl in case I do decide to use the mixing stand. And I'm also gonna be having the recipe because you know me. Bread flour has more protein, question mark, if I recall. I think it makes the bread, like the result, chewier. Correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I do love using ingredients that I already have. So I used 2 cups and I'm gonna use half a tablespoon of yeast, half teaspoon of salt, and then 1 cup of warm water. But it's not sticky enough, so we're gonna add more. Cool, okay, it's doing it. I wonder if it's too loose though. Do you think I should add more flour? Okay, mine's a little wetter than I want it to be, so I'm gonna add more flour. Okay, definitely good now. And with a towel over that, we put it in the oven. The turned off oven, that is. Okay, with all of the prep having been done, I'm gonna go and get some of the few things that I need. Cheese and thick cut bacon. The cheese that Sophie takes on her venture off to like the wizards and witches outskirts of her town. She brings this cheese and bread as like a travel snack. You know, it's funny, like I always see those yellow like wedges of cheese on cartoons and animation, but I've never actually seen like a wedge of yellow cheese with holes in it in real life. So I'm not necessarily gonna look for that exactly, but we are gonna try and find some like hefty cheese that's not like cheese slices. I've never like gone to a butcher like by myself and done the whole deal. I don't know, I'm kind of shy. Like, I don't know if I can do that, but I am gonna try and find some decent looking bacon. Possibly, hopefully not like in a supermarket kind of package like I usually buy. We still have like 1 hour and 50 minutes basically. While the dough is resting and while the Madeleines are also resting, so we have some good time to be working with this. I like this already. Very lax, very lax.
It is a very warm June day. It is 80 degrees outside.
So I thought to also get a cute thing that I think will be relevant. Hopefully it's in stock though. Didn't expect to like this one more.
Thank you. You too. I did not expect to like the smaller brim cap better. It's also just roomier on top. Oh, it's so cute. I like it. Okay, maybe I'll go to Wegmans to look for cheese. Oh, there's a lot of cheeses. Brie would be nice.
Is it supposed to have that? I feel like I can't go wrong with smoked Gouda. I'm really not cheese versed. This is crazy. There's so many choices.
I don't know, I wasn't moved by the bacon in there, so I'm gonna try for the place across town. I don't know. So it wasn't until halfway through my drive that I realized that that store is closed on Sundays. So now I'm back across town again. Oh my gosh, in this economy with these gas prices. But I'm at another meat market to see if they have thick bacon. My bravery for filming in public only lasted so long, but I got the bacon and I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know, I'm so nervous about these things. I'm like, wait, what if I say the wrong thing? Like, I need to say half pound of bacon, of thick cut. You know, like there's too many words. And then I did say it right, but I said it slowly. And then the guy was looking at me like I'd never, like it was my first day on earth. It's too much. It's too much. But it's okay because we got everything we needed. Yay.
So we ventured out and we came back and we have our bacon, thick cut bacon, and our cheese. We're gonna use Gouda, smoked Gouda. Ooh. But now that it's been really 2.5 hours since the dough's been setting, you can check on it. Ooh, it feels warm. Yeah, oh yes. Definitely doubled in size. Smells all yeasty. Now we can set flour on counter. Scoop our dough out. Ugh. Just want to add more flour. Should help some, because I'm not really supposed to need, or I don't need to, according to this recipe, but part of me wants to. Should I need it? I kind of want to. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I need to watch a hand kneading video because I'm just not confident with it. Bread making is a journey of self-discovery. It's like, why is this always so intimate? I want to put it back. This is a lot right now. Okay, awesome. Sort of. It's like not awesome. But I'm gonna try with the electric mixer. Like, I know that when you knead dough for bread, that it starts off sticky, but it's so hard not to lose hope when you've been doing it for a few minutes and it's like, am I even kneading it correctly? It's still sticking to my hands and I don't see it smoothing out in the way that it typically should. So, we pivot.
Mind you, this recipe doesn't even say to knead the dough, but like, I don't know, I kind of want to. Ooh, it's super smooth. I still feel like there's a touch too much water or I didn't put enough flour in. This we're gonna let sit for another half hour. Ooh, I'm scared. Yeah. Okay, 30 minutes. Ooh, 30 minutes have passed, and full disclosure, I did do some added things with the dough. I added some flour because I was very nervous that it looked like a giant glob and nothing more. So now it's been sitting for an hour. It's a bit, you see, it's a bit more structure. Bit more structure. With as much transferring as I've had to do, I feel like I've lost so much dough in the process of doing this. Add some flour. And I've had the oven preheating with the little Dutch oven in there. This is the only Dutch oven size I have. Ow! I knew something like that could happen. At least it didn't burn me too bad. Lid back on, into the oven like this for half an hour. Wasn't too bad, but ow. Ooh, but that's enough of that with the bread. I'm excited to cook the Madeleines soon. Okay, it's been like rising in the oven and pushing the lid off, which I kind of expected because it is a small pan. It's okay. All we have to do is take the lid off. It's gonna have some bumpity bumps, but it's looking good, not gonna lie, so far. 15 minutes. This evil lid. Ooh. I'm gonna do this carefully. The paper's so crusty, I don't know if I can. Ooh, it feels hard. I hope it's not hard on the inside. Oh my god, I'm scared now because it feels hard. Okay, it's not hard on the inside. Okay. Definitely could be softer, but I don't know how else I could have done it. But we can let this cool for now. In the meantime, we can turn our attention back to the Madeleines. This is the tray I'll be using, which is the same one I've always used, but I will say, I don't think that it makes a defined enough shape of Madeleine. Like, I kind of want to get a different pan. I don't know, these ones just feel like they don't, like the shell shape doesn't show up very well. Reintroducing the dough. But before we do that, we're gonna melt this 125 grams of butter and get it to a boil. I don't know what this does in the Madeleine process, but those are the instructions for this recipe, and it's a recipe that I really enjoyed, so. I'm also gonna get some of this butter to coat the Madeleine tray here. Perfect. Cover this in flour. That for the Madeleines. Used a bit too much flour. Okay, I'm nervous about this because the glass is, you know, cold. These are supposed to be temperature proof. Oh my god, I'm scared. It
say the Madeleine dough was sitting for maybe like 5 hours, maybe 6, but I think it was around 5. Now it's hot in here. I cannot wait to turn this oven off. God. Here we go. Add a tablespoon in each little divot. Okay. Now, reading the instructions, I understand why they burnt last time, because they want me to take the oven to 480, which it already is, bake them for 5 minutes at that temperature, and then change to 350 and bake for 7 minutes. I just feel like that the oven like does not calibrate immediately down to 350 from 480, so like there's still a lot of residual 480 heat that's in there, so I don't know. We're just gonna do what it says again, but I'm not gonna leave like I did last time. Look at them go, oh my gosh. They look good to me. Oh yeah. Woo! Oven off. Ay, yay. Yay! Only 6 hours of rest time, and they humped, oh my god. They made humps way better than any previous attempt, but I still fear the undersides. TBH, they're less dark than they were when I did these last time. So I'm satisfied, but we're not there yet when it comes to the Madeleines. So we'll be revisiting this again soon. Last thing to bake or cook is thankfully something that I've made many times before. It's usually what I have for breakfast. The bacon and the eggs. Now, Howl made like 6 eggs and like 3 pieces of bacon, I recall. That's a lot. So I'm gonna cut it down for a serving for myself, which would be, honestly, I probably would only eat 1 piece of bacon, but for the sake of the video, I will do like 3 and the 2 eggs. I'm also using this, I don't know if it's cast iron, but it's not the pan that I usually use. I'm using this pan because they use a cast iron skillet in Howl's Moving Castle. The last time I used this pan frequently was like with the crepe mess of it all, so hopefully nothing really sticks here. Okay, time to see if I can achieve the same finesse that Howl can with one hand. I can't do it! Next one, maybe. Ah. And that's an eggshell. The thing is though, usually when I make breakfast, I chicken out of keeping the yolk solid and I just break them while they're frying. So this is gonna be like a test of my impulse control because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have sunny side up, and I never do. I don't know, I didn't grow up eating sunny side up. Runny yolks are here and there for me. I'll eat them, but I'm also sort of grossed out by them. What I like about the animation is that you can actually see the crispy edges of the egg. That's like such attention to detail. The bacon is done. I think the egg is good too. We'll just let that have its residual heat moment. In the meantime, I do want to cut this bread. It's still slightly warm. The crumbs are flying everywhere. Oh. You can't say that's not bread. Oh, it actually tastes really good. Are we kidding? Okay. Our cheese, ooh, is gonna go so well with this.
This is literally like a deconstructed breakfast that I have on a daily basis.
Boom. Oh yeah, bacon, sunny side up eggs. Oh, it looks so cute all together. Have our Madeleines.
We have our bread and Gouda cheese. And then we have sunny side up eggs. They look so cute. Usually I pat my bacon with paper towel, so I will be doing that before I eat.
I'm so excited to try the Madeleines once again.
Look at that. Look at that. I didn't even do that on purpose. It is truly summer now.
I know it's not correct to have dessert first, but I am dying to have one of these again. So good, so buttery. I will definitely leave this recipe down in the description because it's so good. It's out of the 2 Madeleine recipes I've done, this is my favorite. Wow. It's so good. The bread and cheese. This kind of reminds me, I mean, it's different bread and different cheese, but this kind of reminds me of bun and cheese that I have sometimes when I was little. All my friends of Caribbean descent, no, Jamaican descent. The bread is really good. The cheese is smoked Gouda, so it's good. I think my complaint with making bread from home is the same as everyone else's complaint, is that it just takes long because you have to wait for it to rest and all of that, but it's so worth it when you do. I do want to do sourdough at one point in the future, but it's just so intimidating. Guys, tell me what your favorite kind of bread is. My favorite is sourdough. My least favorite, it didn't used to be a least favorite, but I really cannot stand wheat bread anymore, which is like not good because the flour is unbleached and whatever. The smell, like it just, I cannot take the smell. It smells like throw up to me. I'm not like wheat bread anymore. And our eggs and bacon. I did put salt on it. Definitely not low sodium. But it's good. It's my first time getting bacon from a meat market. Hopefully I'll have reason to go back in the future. Breakfast for dinner. I feel like Howl had a very easy, simple recipe set. It's always nice to reset with one of these that only takes one day. Even though the bread gave me trouble, even though it's supposed to be not that serious, it was that serious. Which one of these suits your fancy the most? I implore you to make the Madeleines. I'm so serious. They are so good. They are so good. Let me know if there's another Ghibli film that you'd like me to make food from again. At this point, I want to keep watching all of the movies that I haven't seen, so it was really nice to finally watch Howl's Moving Castle. It was so sweet. It makes my heart swell. Oh my gosh, just such warmth in my heart thinking of the characters. It was so good actually. Like, I really want to watch it again. But that is all I have for you today. I thank you for watching. I thank you for being here, and I will see you in my dreams. Bye, friend.
Special thank you to Dia, Erica Vila, Honey, Impatient Jones, Jaden's X, Lady Senshi, Lauralis, Majo Mist, Max Hancock, Mademoiselle Trafalgar, Rain Crystal, Shakira Luna, and Taylor Von Gilder.